Hiya, folks, and thank you all for being members here. Thanks for checking me out and supporting me here because it helps a lot. I appreciate it. Today we'll be checking out Troubled by Ren. I just came off checking out the other Ren songs, so I'm still a little heated a little bit. I don't know if this will be as philosophical or as like kind of deep. I wouldn't be surprised because I think Ren's music is just that way. But I guess we'll find out together because I don't know. It's a tough thing to deal with. But anyways, let's check it out.
Trouble so hard, trouble so hard.
I don't reach into the past very much for these shards of shattered glass and harsh paper cuts. Leave me stop when I reach in, memories are seeped in. Hydrochloric acid, I go to war and get passive and freeze up. Music help the ice to thaw. Put the chisel in the middle, swing the hammer of Thor. Pull it out of the impossible, Excalibur sword. Edging notepads full of reasons why my feelings are sore. The first day that I got sick, ejected from the cockpit of living. 19, young teen, waking up bitter. Posters up, manhunt, Ren went missing. Hard to have faith when the gods don't listen. The first hit maybe was the hardest. Waking in the body that was buried like a carcass. Brain in the lion's den, body in the shark pit. Waking up in pain again, aching, broken hearted. Persistent little blogger, I was bouncing from a doctor to a doctor to a doctor. Like a table tennis game that has no end. So be the fate of Ren. Every single question answered with a question on the end. The second year I came to terms with giving up my dreams. Mine was severed from the means to help me write these rhyme schemes. Brain was inflamed, the fatigue was crushing. Hard to remain sane with your brain combusting. And the third year was murder, living in a purgatory full of worry. Wouldn't live to be 30. Lifestyle hurt me, always in my bed too.
Damn, this is fantastic. Again, just like High Ren, it's like just a pure kind of focus on his own struggles and his mental health kind of things that he's went through. And again, it's never easy. Like, we all deal with our own things. For me, it was many different things. Like, I had, you wouldn't know it now, but I had intense dental problems. Like, I was in pain for years, just like he was, like debilitating almost, because there's no way I could get any kind of help for it. I just didn't have the money. None of my family had the money, so we just dealt with it. It was just something I lived with for years, right? And so I can understand the living with constant pain after day and day, and like not being able to really live your life because something is holding you back. And then there was other things that I dealt with in my life as well on top of everything else, and it's like I can understand where he's coming from, and like the lack of help from the outside. You really have to kind of, like, unless you have someone who can really kind of be there to lift you back up, you really have to do it yourself. And I think even if you have someone that's helping you, at the end of the day, you're going to have, like, you can only do it for yourself in some ways. Like, you have to make the choices yourself to overcome what you're dealing with. And no matter how bad it is, like, it can be overcome, or at least managed in a way that you can live a life that's not kind of just all woe is me and negativity. Like, even if you're in constant pain, I truly believe that. Like, a good example, and this is going to be a little bit of tangent, but look up the artist or the comedian Zach Anner on YouTube. Zach Anner is someone who's lived as a paraplegic his entire life, right? Like, he lives in his whole life is in a wheelchair and stuff like that, but he's a comedian. Like, he makes the most of his life. He has a good time. He's always joking around. He's like, of course he struggles, of course he goes through difficult times, but he's just a good beacon of hope to show that, like, even in the very worst of human conditions and things like that, you can still have it, like, you can still enjoy life. You can still bring light to the world and bring happiness to the world and stuff like that. And that's what Ren's doing now. Like, he's overcome his darkness to be able to kind of shed light on the darkness he went through to help other people potentially. That's in a way the same thing I'm doing. I'm trying to bring kind of positivity to this world through my content. Even if it's only a little bit here and there, it's still kind of bringing a light to the darkness in the world a little bit. That's my take anyways. Let's get back into it.
Same with your brain combusting. And the third year was murder, living in a purgatory full of worry. Wouldn't live to be 30. Lifestyle hurt me, always always in my bed tune. Rearrange the alphabet and all the letters spell doom. Light hurt my eyes, popping pills to survive. When you're 23 and mentally you steadily decline. 24 I was poor, disability benefits. What's the benefit of disability? It's irrelevant. 25 and the scars that were etched, they crack. Elastic bands only stretch so far and then snap. Deep in psychosis, hallucinations, troubled vision. This is from the underworld, we're conjuring my superstition. 25 living back at home with my mum, but not because I'm a bum, alone and physically done. So thin, so frail, so weak I'd become. And my skin so pale, never kissed by the sun. One time I carved a hole in my chest just to feel. I wish that was a metaphor, the struggle was real. When you're living in the Holocaust, you buckle and kneel. There's relief in the teeth of the kiss of cold steel. Facts, 26 I'm highly medicated and the pain sophisticated while I'm lying broken naked on my back. Have on my microphone until my coffin started dropping. Raw thoughts with the grim reaper knocking on the track. But then man, lo and behold, I heard an angel beckon on this treacherous road. Was a stem cell doctor with a generous glow. In the cell transplant, pulled me out of the cold. And my skin got younger and my body got stronger. And my stomach felt hunger for a door that was closed. And my soul heard music for the first time. Beauty was a word I'd use for this gift of gold. Oh Lord, I forgive you. Lord, I forgive you. Lord, I forgive you. Make me whole.
Yeah, I'm not necessarily a religious person, but I do believe that things happen for a reason generally. Like, we're given choices in our life. Like, we're given the ability to grow as human beings, but we have to take those opportunities. And I'm not saying that when, like, went through this, I don't know, it's like, look at what he's done now since he got better. You know what I mean? Like, as he was in it, as he was struggling for all those years, like he's saying, like 23, 24, 25, like, he didn't know that eventually he would become what he is now. Of course, he may have had hope, but he was probably lost in the like negativity, right? It's just back like when we would listen to High Ren, right? Like that negative side of him, the darkness was taking over at the time. Like it was all he could think about. But then things started to turn around. He started bringing music back into his life, even though he was struggling. And an opportunity came along. A doctor found him and was able to help him, right? Like, I'm not saying that's the reason why. I'm just saying, like, we don't know, right? Like, but it's just interesting that that's the path he took, and now he's kind of grown to where he is now, where he's able to help other people go through the same struggles he's gone through and stuff. It's fascinating. It's an interesting look into like the psyche of someone going through incredible, just difficult things. And a lot of the time, people will blame higher power because like you're supposed to protect me from things like this happening. But like, if you look at the bigger picture, in a way, he wouldn't be the person he is now if he didn't go through what he did. Like, who knows? I don't know how he was at 19, but maybe he would have turned out to be a gangbanger or something like that, or got into drugs, got into alcohol, like, ended up getting himself in jail or something, and then this entire message, this entire experience would have never been in the world. Like, High Ren wouldn't exist. None of this would exist, right? Because he would have just been, like, in jail or something like that, right? Like, living a different life because he didn't have the physical issues that he ran with, or that he ended up having. But who knows? Who knows? It's just an interesting thing to think about, I guess. And again, not particularly the most religious person, but I do believe most things tend to happen for a reason, and it's up to us to figure out why and stuff. I don't know. Anyways, let's get back into it. Finish this.
I forgive you, Lord, I forgive you, Lord, I forgive you. Make me whole. This music I give you, pain that I live through, everything I've been through is yours to hold.
This background music too. I feel like this is what was needed at the end of what was it called? Chalk Outline. Like, just something like, I didn't give up because life is beautiful now, promise yours can be too. Like, because that song was very much about like the darker elements of like just giving up on life essentially. And I feel like this, something like this, some disclaimer like this would have been useful there, I feel like. Yeah. Never give up. Exactly. Absolutely. Man, I mean, it's my first time ever checking out Ren's music, but absolutely the same wavelength, essentially. Like, we've both been through it, we both come out the other side for the better, right? And, like, his struggles were definitely more intense than mine, but at the same time, like, we all struggle differently. Like, you shouldn't really compare one person's struggle with another person's struggle, because it's all struggle at the end of the day. It's all difficult things we have to go through. And my pain was not necessarily on the same level as his pain, but I still went through years of pain. Like, it's still things I experienced, and still things, like, it's just, there's no point in comparing, right? It's like, oh, yours was bigger than mine, or mine was, but whatever, it doesn't matter. Like, at the end of the day, we all struggle through things, and it's what you do and how you come out the other side that's important. And we kind of came up with similar ideas, similar kind of paths, even though the journey we took was different. We kind of came to the same point eventually. Like, I wouldn't be surprised, like, because he was talking about, like, 19 and then 10 years later and stuff like that, things are different. So, like, I'm guessing he's probably in his 30s now. Like, he's probably a few years younger than me or something like that. But it's very similar kind of paths we've taken, even though the journey was different. Like, but it's fascinating that we came to the same eventual point where you're kind of, like, a little more open-minded about life, about philosophy, about, like, the ways things can be done, and, like, what's possible. And, like, I don't know, because a lot of people, this would break them. A lot of people going through what Ren went through, they wouldn't come out the other side. Even when I went through, a lot of people wouldn't come out the other side. Like, so it's tough to overcome that, to overcome the mental health issues. And again, that comes back to high Ren as well. Like, but it's fascinating just to hear this entire journey, because I've went through something so similar, even though it's not, again, like, whatever. But anyways, go off my philosophical high horse again. But thank you all for hanging out and watching this, and I hope you enjoyed it too, because this has been such an interesting journey. I will definitely be checking out more Ren in the future, because it's super interesting. But until next time, later days, folks.